All right, so it's March 12th, and my Falcon just came in. Well, it didn't just come in, but it's been on me. I think this is the second day now. I just got it. XbotGo sorry, the Falcon. I'm gonna do unboxing, and I'm gonna be checking out, I guess, what's new with it. I ordered it. Let me see. Let me check my email. Sorry, guys. So I put in the order on March 4th, and it cost about $6.49. This was I think 2 days before the pre-order discount was expiring, and it got delivered on March 11th at 4:20 p.m. last year, when they actually said they were gonna release the new Falcon. I've been waiting for this. I'm so excited to get this. Now, I do have the Chameleon, which I'm gonna do a separate video for. I have two of them. I'm gonna do a separate video for it, but this video is just talking about the Falcon. We're gonna do unboxing. I'm gonna show you what comes in the box. We're gonna go through some settings, and then I'm gonna do another video where I test it out. I do have a game tomorrow, so I'm gonna do a video where I test it out in the game, see how it performs, and then I'm gonna give my, I guess, honest review. So let's open this thing. All right, so when you open the box, it's kind of like magnetic, like it has these magnetic points right here. It just like closes, then you have to lift it up. But when you open the box, this is what you're gonna get. So there's this foamy, protection thing material out here. You have the Falcon itself, which is in here. So I got the black and green because I got like the black and green Chameleon too. But you have the camera. You have charging cables, or the charging cable, and you have some cloth, I guess, to like wipe the camera lens or something, or wipe microfiber cloth or whatever that is. And then you have these XbotGo Falcon quick guide. If you scan it, it's gonna show you like a quick guide, I guess, a video. You have these manuals, Falcon manual. I think you have in English and Spanish. Yeah, so you have one in English and one in Spanish. And then you have this. So basically what this is let me just show you what it does. So if you notice on the Falcon, there is no spot to like put it on a tripod if you're gonna put it on a tripod. So you use this. This is what you're gonna put on the tripod. So first thing is you have to like open it. So like if you can see, if you like open it, it opens up, and then take these 2 points that goes into like these two spots right here, fit that in, and then just kind of like close it. So when you close it, make sure it's like nice and firm, and then now you can put it on let me see if I can get me a tripod. I have a tripod somewhere. Now you can mount it. You can add like a small tripod, so I'm just gonna mount it on there. So now that you got that on there, you can just mount it, and it's gonna do sting. So that's what that's for. So that's basically what you get out of the box. It's not much, but let's turn this thing on and let's see what it can do. All right, it is kind of heavy, and I don't know how I feel about that, but and it's actually pretty good looking. So with the let me take this off. Forgot to take this off. Now that's the, I guess, base mount. So when you get the Falcon, just wanted to say a few things. If you look at the thing, you'll see these I think it's upside down. Yeah. So if you see, you'll see the unlock right here and the lock. So that's what this is for. When you take it to the left, it unlocks the thing so you can actually use the buttons in the back. Now if it's locked, if it's unlocked, if it's locked, that's a power button right there. If you right here, if you press the power button, nothing happens because it's locked, so it doesn't light up. But if you unlock it and you press that power button, like a few seconds, it lights up and it gives you like a little, you know, welcome screen on the back or something. So I'll just give it time, and it shows you like the battery percentage, which is 65. It shows you like Wi-Fi and, you know, some other, I don't know if you can see that. Okay, Wi-Fi, and, you know, if your phone is connected, I guess. And then you see like the SD card, because this is actually different from the Chameleon because you have a SD card slot back here. So here's the spot for SD card. And with this is different because with the Chameleon you record with your phone. So basically you take your phone, put it on the Chameleon, and then, you know, start recording. But with this, you put a SD card inside and everything records through like the camera. So you don't need a phone for this, and that's good. So basically that's the SD card spot, that's the charging spot, lock and unlock. And then I'm gonna explain what these buttons are for when we set the thing up with the app. But let me bring up the app real quick. Grab my phone here and bring up the app, and let's connect the. So when you open the XbotGo app, if you've used this before, you're pretty much like familiar with this. You know, it's just I'm not gonna go to like the app settings and show you like, you know, what the app is all about. But we're just gonna hit the add device section right here. And obviously it's gonna pick up the Chameleon now. Sorry, I keep saying Chameleon. Yo, it's gonna pick up the Falcon, and you connect to it. It's gonna ask you, you know, do you want to connect to the Falcon's, I guess, wireless thing? Click yes or confirm, and then just give it a few seconds to connect. All right, so when it connects, it's just automatically going to open this page. Now what this page is for is when you've recorded stuff on the Falcon, they show up here. But let's go into the Falcon and let's see like some of the settings. So when you go back to the home page and then you click this right pointing arrow on the Falcon, it brings you to this page. Now obviously over here you can like rename the stuff. If you want to rename it, like I already renamed mine Alcantara's Falcon. So if you want to rename it something else like Junior's, I can't even see that, Junior's Falcon, done, confirm, you know, you can rename it. The presets on the Falcon, which I showed you, the M1, M2, and M3, these are the presets right here, which I'm going to go into detail. But before we do that, if you go to, normally I think when you already set up, like when you connect to the Falcon, it's going to ask you to upgrade. So it's going to show a little like red dot where it says like firmware update. Right here is going to show a little red dot. When you hit that, I've already upgraded mine to the current version, which is 2.0.5, but it's going to ask you to upgrade. When you upgrade that, and then, you know, you reconnect to it, and then let's go into the settings. Now what those buttons are: M1, mode 1, mode 2, mode 3 is, if you see right here, so basically this is a sports mode. The first one is a sports mode. You choose whatever sport. If you're playing basketball, soccer, ice hockey, handball, tennis, whatever sport, you choose it. You choose a field size, choose an age group. Now the time watermark, I'm just gonna go over this real quick. If you've never used an XbotGo product before, so the time watermark is in your games, it's gonna have like a little timer on the left side of the game, while it has the XbotGo logo on the right side of the game. So if you want that timer there, like the, you know, how long the thing has been recording for, you can turn this on or leave it on. If you don't want it, just turn this off. But I don't really care whether it's there or not. I don't really care, but you know, you can turn it on and off. It's up to you. Audio recording, obviously you want the Chameleon to pick up, you know, the game sound, or it's gonna pick up whatever sound is around. It's gonna pick up audio, so you want to leave that on. The clarity, this is the quality. Obviously by default it's going to be 1080 30, but it goes up to you have 2K 30, 2.7K 30, and you have 4K 30. I think that's about it. It doesn't go any more than 4K 30. On the Chameleon, however, it does go to 4K 60. But 4K 30 is perfectly fine. That's the quality that I record my games in anyway. So that's perfectly fine. Auto zoom, basically, if a play is far away, if a play is like really far away, like on the other side of the field, the camera would automatically zoom into that play. You can leave that on, but usually I just turn that off. But we're just going through the settings, you know. Everyone has their preferences. So, but auto zoom, that's what it is. Auto tracking, basically, this is what it automatically follows the game, and obviously you won't leave that on because you need it to automatically follow the game, track the game. Countdown timer. When you press any of the buttons on the Falcon, it's gonna start a timer. Now I think this goes up to 120, but let me try 150 seconds. Okay, so 120 seconds, which is 2 minutes. It's gonna start a timer if it's 60 or 120, and then it's gonna run that timer down. When the timer runs out, it's gonna start recording. So that's what the timer's for. You can reduce it. You can put, I guess, let's say 10 seconds or however amount. Yeah, you can put like, I guess they have, the lowest you can go, I guess, is 30. But anyways, you can play with that as much as you want. But anti-flicker, you can leave it on auto. You can put 50 hertz or 60 hertz, up to you. Device rotation angle. Now, this shows you, obviously, as you can see, how much or how wide the viewing angle is gonna be for the device. So the smaller the number, the smaller the viewing angle. Basically, the bigger the number, the more viewing angle, meaning it's gonna rotate back and forth, like from like far left to far right. That's basically what device rotation angle is. And then you save that. So that's for M1. If you go into M2, you can set it up again. Like if you play multiple, like let's say you play 11v11, 7v7, 5v5s. For M2, you can set up, soccer. You can do like a medium 7v7. Age group over 14, or if you're under 14, you can choose that. But I'm over 14, so time watermark, you can leave that. Quality 4K 30, audio recording. Timer 60 seconds, anti-flicker auto, the auto zoom, auto tracking, obviously, and then increase the rotation angle. And then if you maybe have a friend that plays basketball, like I do, you can set up for basketball. Is it full field size, half field size, age group, camera position? Is it you want to set it at a high angle, like really high up, or you want to set it at a low angle, meaning the tripod is like lower? Time watermark, quality, obviously, 4K 30, auto zooms, pretty much the same settings, and then rotation angle. For different sports, it's pretty much like the same thing. It's just whatever sport you play. But I don't know anything about all these sports, but whatever sport you play, just go through the settings. Find what settings works for you. And when you've used this device for a while, you will notice that there are some settings that you will like, and there's some settings you wouldn't like. Some of them you might want to tweak. Some of them you just want to leave them the way they are. Like this is pickleball, doubles mode, whatever that is, singles mode, whatever that is, I don't know, but you who plays this sport, you might know what it is. So that's basically what these things are. Badminton, okay, pretty much volleyball, American football. Now when it says beta, that means usually they haven't it's still in the working, like they're still working on it pretty much. All these other ones without the beta, they obviously already worked on. You can only get like upgrades and everything, but the ones that say beta, they're still like working on them. That's pretty much what it is. So you have American football, you have rugby, and then you have flag football, which is pretty much the same settings for all of them, except the American football has like the close range, mid range, long range, whatever. So that's for M3. So I have a friend who plays basketball, and he plays full court. He's over 14. I'm probably gonna do low angle and leave the settings and then save it. Now if you go back to the Chameleon, and you press M1, right there, it's gonna activate the M1 on the M1 presets you had in the app. It's gonna activate that. It's gonna run the timer down, and then it's gonna start recording. Now I don't have an SD card in this, so it's not gonna record obviously because I didn't put an SD card. But when you do that and you press the M1, it's gonna run that timer down, and then it's gonna start recording. If you press M2, it's gonna run the timer down if there's a timer for the M2 settings, and it's gonna run the presets for the M2. If you press M3, pretty much the same thing, but for basketball. So that's pretty much what the settings are. But then again, if you look on the thing, you will see that there are these extra buttons right here. Something that looks like a camera button. Hold on, let me bring this a little closer. Looks like a camera button. Camera, it has like an A+, and then another one that has a B. I don't know, that's double arrows or B, whatever that is. I don't know what those buttons are for, but when I test it, when I put in the SD card and I go to the field and I test it, I'm gonna probably see what they're for, and I'm gonna give like an updated, review of what the buttons are for, where you could customize them. But I don't see them in the app. They're not in the app. So I don't know. Maybe they don't have any use yet. I don't know. But we'll see when I get to it. Obviously, when the thing is recording, it's not like there's somebody that's gonna be up there pressing the button. So I'm gonna say they probably don't have a use yet, because if they do, it will probably be in the app. But this is just like the intro, unboxing, checking out some of the settings, basic stuff. I'm gonna actually take this to the field, and I'm only saying this, like I said, I play football. I don't play any other sport except football. So I'm gonna take this to the field. I'm gonna test it out. I'm gonna see what works, what doesn't work, the best height if you want to get the most out of it. And I'm gonna be doing a few videos on the Chameleon, because I've had them for a while. I'm gonna give you the pros and cons. I'm gonna give you an honest review based on my experience and how I get the best quality out of my clips. And I'm gonna be showing you my clips in the video. So if you're interested in if you're interested in also seeing like more of my football clips, I have a football channel which I'm gonna also put in the video. I'm gonna link in the description. So yeah, that's it for the Falcon. So if you're thinking about getting this, I would say I think it's a good investment if it's an upgrade from the Chameleon, because as opposed to the Chameleon where you have to record with your phone, this actually does it in the camera itself. All you need is an SD card and just plug it in, start it up, and start recording. So you don't have to worry about like your phone overheating, and you don't have to worry about that stuff. But I guess if I miss something, I'll probably write it down, and I'll speak about it pertaining to the Falcon in the next video when I'm reviewing the Falcon. And I guess I'll just give y'all an update then. But that's it for the video, guys. So make sure you like, share, subscribe, and yeah, we out.